If you clicked on this video, it's by chance. This is God's will. God inquires now whether you desire peace or understanding. My tranquility will lead you to realms beyond the reach of comprehension. To attain what you have never possessed, you must be prepared to venture into uncharted territory. This necessitates a fresh acquisition of knowledge and insight that will disrupt your existing paradigm and necessitate responses, analysis, rationale, and explanations. You must decide today whether to seek solace in human understanding or to venture beyond your comfort zone toward the fulfillment of my promises and my word in your life. You have been attentive, not to natural phenomena, but in a spiritual context. Your discernment has improved, though it remains imperfect. One cannot depend on preconceived notions of subsequent events or anticipated actions on my part. Heed my subtle inner voice. Attend to my voice resonating in the quietude between your thoughts. The tranquility of my voice will transport you to realms beyond the confines of human perception. Submit to the influence of my spirit and adhere to my directives, even if it requires departing from your designated path, for in doing so, you enter the domain of my power, where miracles occur and breakthroughs materialize dramatically. Are you prepared? Let us proceed, one step at a time. God affirms that He has not forgotten you and harbors no anger towards you. When I observe you, I am not attempting to identify any faults. Rather, I perceive the Lamb that was sacrificed from the inception of the universe. Your righteousness and entitlement regarding me are not contingent upon religious performance or moral superiority. Your righteousness is based on my identity and the actions I undertook for you 2 millennia ago. Guilt is irrelevant in the presence of the blood, which I have applied on the doorpost of your existence. Despite any feelings or external pressures you may experience, I have not abandoned you to your resources. I stand with you. I will never abandon or neglect you in any kind. Preserve your confidence in me. Trust the positive assessment. Understand that you are embraced in the cherished, and nothing can sever your connection to my kindness or my favor as you maintain your focus on me. Embrace the pressure, instructs the Father. Maintain a straight approach in your decision-making under pressure, avoiding distractions from the periphery. My spirit derives no satisfaction from one who gazes backward. The adversary may believe he has triumphed over you, and those who afflict you may exult in your apparent misfortune. However, that does not reflect my intentions. Allow your spirit to have faith in my compassion. Encourage your heart via faith to exult in the salvation I embody in your life. My reward is your entitlement and your share. My goodness accompanies you throughout the entire day. My favor is bestowed upon you abundantly today to support you, to uphold you among challenges, and to enable you to overcome every hurdle in your way. Divine wisdom asserts that truth invariably prevails over falsehood. I observe the conflict in which you are engaged. I recognize the treachery and adversity you have endured from individuals who identified as your friends and brethren. Do not allow their lack of faith to divert your attention. While men may demonstrate infidelity, I remain steadfast in my commitment to support you through every tempest and adversity. Conditions will not perpetually remain as they are. The oppressors will be ensnared by the traps they have devised for you. The gallows constructed for your demise will be used against them, for I shall bless those who bless you, while I will condemn and eliminate from your life those who trivialize your existence or welfare. I am engaged in work. I am fulfilling my vow on your behalf. You will not be abandoned. I am sent reinforcements to unveil the falsehood, advocate for the truth, and extricate you from every adversity. The allegations against you and the falsehoods accepted by others will not persist, but my truth will remain as your enduring testimony. Avoid being swayed by the opinions of others. They desire you to conform to their demands and cater to their convenience, although that is not your obligation. Continue to embrace love. Persist in embodying love, for it constitutes my being rather than only my actions. Through the act of loving and continual affection, you will transcend fear and failure, entering a secure realm impervious to intimidation and adversarial threats. I have encompassed you from all directions, and even the matters of which you are unaware are being managed by my influence. Repose in me. Place your trust in me, for I am in command and am attending to each of your concerns, from the smallest to the most significant. God proclaims that now He places the solitary inside families and establishes the righteous among their tribes. Solitude is undesirable, hence, you shall not experience isolation. I have observed your efforts, struggles, and the exasperation of laboring without the collaboration of others. Although it may appear that assistance is lacking, trust in me to deliver eager hearts and hands to support you at the opportune moment. There have been individuals you wished to collaborate with, nevertheless, they demonstrated reluctance and disloyalty. I observed that the Father articulated this, and I noted your refusal to exhibit anger or judgment in the face of disappointment. Your decision to focus on me rather than on humanity ensures that you will be abundantly provided with all essential goods, including steadfast companions who will neither waver, fail, nor betray you. Persevere in adversity, for I am the fourth figure in your tribulation, declares God. The malevolent may traverse all paths, yet my refining fire eliminates impurities and discards the chaff, allowing the pure grain in your life to yield and reveal seed, fruit, and harvest in a single day. This is the season when the plowman surpasses the reaper. The adversary has exerted much effort to divert your attention and prevent you from pursuing the kingdom wholeheartedly. Do not allow anything or anyone to distract you from the harvest I am delivering. Anticipate the whole realization of my kindness and goodness in your life, not merely a 30-fold or 60-fold return, but the 100-fold plenty you have envisioned, prayed for, and awaited, which is en route to you. Maintain an internal flame of joy, even when external circumstances seem devoid of cause for celebration. I am engaged in work. I am there at the location. I am presenting an unforeseen blessing, unparalleled success, and complete victory in your circumstances and overall adversarial schemes. Before the video continues, please like the video, share it with your family, and write Amen in comment. God proclaims that today marks the moment for you to ascend. You have acted alone and sought assistance, yet found none. All of that transforms today. On this day, the adversary that caused your retreat will witness you standing in the strength of my power, and he will quail. God proclaims, I am your strength in combat. I I instruct your hands for combat and your words for triumph in my name against all the machinations of hell directed at you. The adversary has covertly pursued you, but I have revealed his whereabouts. He claimed you would be ensnared, yet he is now trapped in the very snare he devised for you. You will sustain your progress in my favor, while the adversaries pursuing your essence will descend into the abyss, never to rise again eternally. God observes, and his eyelids scrutinize the sons of men. They assert internally that I am oblivious to my surroundings. Nonetheless, I am prompt in my responses and interventions, capable of acting swiftly when necessary. Do not worry or be disheartened, for I am engaged in work. Do not fear, for I am present and facilitating the realization of your deepest desires and most significant aspirations in life. The advantageous showers of my spirit are maturing the crop of my blessings in your life today. My presence is upon you like the rising sun, bestowing vitality and blessings beyond your anticipation. What of the malevolent and their malevolence? What are their intentions and aspirations about you? They are insignificant. They are insignificant. They are akin to the minute particles of dust on a scale that do not affect its balance. Yet, my weight, my kabod glory, shall descend upon you, guiding you from the thorns and challenges toward your promised destination even now. God states that your hearing has improved compared to the past, although it remains imperfect. I grant you the capacity to distinguish my voice from the surrounding commotion in the spiritual realm. The echoes of history can be disregarded, as you will not traverse this path again. The voice of conflict holds no significance, for you are a principality and a power destined to embody the Christ of God in your circumstances. The expression of discontent need not be acknowledged, for I shall fill your speech with blessings, praise, and gratitude. Listen to my voice alone, declares the Father. I represent the multitude of waters that overwhelm the hollow and futile toxins of deficiency, fear, uncertainty, and hopelessness. The Father proclaims, "You shall not despair, for I am your delight." You will not experience a deficiency, for I am your sustenance. You shall not fear, for I am your steadfast fortress. You need not doubt, for I will be present to support you, preventing you from stumbling. The Father assures you to remain calm, for the final act of your breakthrough is about to commence. God proclaims that He is not a distant deity today. I recognize the predicament you are facing, and I am intervening on your behalf. Allow your mouth to engage in prayer. Allow your petition to be expressed, for the utterances of your lips and the contemplation of your heart facilitate my admission. I am seeking entry into your heart. Your faith grants me access and empowers me to take action. The pride of your persecutor will lead to their capture in the very scheme they have orchestrated to inflict harm upon you. They have proclaimed their intention to dominate you and impose their desires onto you, but I shall eliminate them from your presence, and they will no longer disturb you. The tongue that utters falsehoods and the hands that perpetrate harm against you will be punished, and you shall be liberated, rejoicing in the salvation I have accomplished for you. Despite your prolonged wait, the Father assures you that you have not been overlooked. I shall rise and extend my hand, utilizing my power to eliminate the malevolent, for you have entrusted yourself to my protection and declared in your heart, "The Lord is my helper." The might of the wicked is shattered, and the torment of the adversary now vanishes from your territory. You will search assiduously for individuals who despise you and be unable to locate them. I shall undertake comprehensive efforts to eliminate the caterpillar, cankerworm, and locust that have afflicted you with persistent issues for many years. Do you have confidence in me? Allow me to proceed from this point. Embrace the tranquility of understanding that it is not contingent upon your strength or wisdom. You cannot reason your way out of this predicament, nor can you rectify the circumstances. Remove your hands and allow me to swiftly rectify this enduring adverse situation in your life. God proclaims that now He is restoring you to complete emotional integrity. Your heart was shattered and pulled in several directions in the past. That concludes today. I am cradling your heart in my palm and gently exhaling upon it like a man would fan a coal of fire. Your elation is returning. Your happiness has been reinstated. Pause. Are you able to perceive it? Within your heart, the subtle melodies of rejoicing currently ascend, accompanied by the trumpets of acclaim, dispelling all depression, anxiety, and sorrow. God proclaims that sadness is not your destiny. I am your Creator, and each of your days is inscribed in my record. Your life's narrative is one of prosperity, romance, and epic triumph, rather than a terrible cautionary tale of failure or despair. Your adversaries retreat, they are annihilated in my presence. I have upheld your rights in your case, and now the verdict is rendered in your favor. The devastations caused by the destroyer in your life have reached a definitive conclusion. Beauty replaces ashes, and the spirit of sadness is supplanted by inexpressible joy and abundant glory. Affirm internally, this is the point at which it becomes effortless. I prioritize a yoke that is easy and a light burden. Issue the declaration, what else could go right? For that is the threshold you have traversed this very day. Trust the favorable news, states God. Refrain from indulging in negativity. Provide me with cooperation, and I shall reciprocate with some change. Allow your eyes to be illuminated by the assurance of my word, and let the aspirations of your heart rise above rather than dwell below. Those who detest will face destruction, while a trusting, faith-filled populace will inherit the land and appropriate the spoils of the heathens as their legacy. Before the video continues, I request you to comment Amen and please help me by doing super thanks. Your support means a lot to us. Today, God proclaims that the magnificence of His name is delivering you. Open your mouth wide like an infant and accept the strength I have designated for you. Your adversaries are silenced as you extol and recognize my identity and my actions in your life through my word. Do not perceive yourself as overlooked or ostracized in any manner. I am attentive to you and visit you daily with my benevolence. I am continually striving to elevate you and confer advantages, just as I did for Abraham in the past. On this day, your declaration will be, I have witnessed the hand of God manifest in my life, and I am liberated from the adversary. The angels silence themselves and lower their heads upon witnessing the magnificence I have instilled in your heart. You are sacred terrain. Your spirit is the profound realm from which my voice emanates and resonates throughout the earth to vanquish the adversary before you. You shall place your foot onto the enemy's neck and traverse the dominion I established for you before the world's foundation. Recognize now that you are neither destitute nor disregarded or oppressed by adversaries. Although you were made slightly inferior to the angels, I have bestowed upon you splendor and distinction. Embrace that honor today. I have bestowed upon you authority over all my creations, placing everything beneath your feet so that you may govern in Christ during your earthly existence rather than thereafter. Understand that governance and authority commence immediately, provided you can accept the present as a response. Embrace this, have faith, and recognize it as your legacy in me. God proclaims that today marks your moment of transformation. The adversary's scheme has been dismantled, and the tyranny from your persecutor has been alleviated and repelled from your existence. In times of uncertainty and ineffectiveness, remain calm and acknowledge that I am available to provide insights and solutions that surpass human understanding. In an instant, salvation has arrived from above. Your tears are erased, and there is a spring in your stride and exultation on your lips. Proceed to celebrate, for those who unjustly pursued your life have been vanquished and sent to oblivion. I am a just judge, proclaims the Father, and I am never tardy. The malevolence of the wicked concludes as I establish the righteous in the realm of the living. I have tested your heart and shaped you like my treasures are created, via heat and pressure. The dross is now removed, along with any imperfections that may hinder your brilliance in the kingdom of your Father. Transfer all your anger, stress, and struggles to me. They have excavated a pit and established a snare to ensnare you, yet their malevolence now rebounds upon themselves, and their aggressive actions will ultimately return to afflict their own life. Rely on me for the result. Maintain vigilance over your speech and safeguard your emotions to avoid contradicting my vow or succumbing to anxiety. I am present. I am engaged in my work, and you shall not be disillusioned, declares God. The Father declares that He is neither furious with you nor punishing you today. The adversary insinuates that I am withholding from you. Nevertheless, my dear, everything I could offer was completely and unequivocally bestowed upon you 2 millennia ago. I perceive your vulnerability, and I respond with compassion. I am not a vengeful being residing on a remote peak, casting bolts of ire against the powerless populace beneath. If I were indeed the entity that men perceive me to be, the earth and all of creation would be annihilated instantaneously. I not only provide for you and bestow blessings upon you continuously, but I also grant life and breath to the wicked and those who defy me. I embody love. That is my identity and my ongoing activities. I bestow precipitation upon both the righteous and the unrighteous. I am not vindictive, nor do I manipulate you or impose upon you that which the cross was intended to eliminate. I am your healer, your salvation, and your provision, not in the distant future, but in the present moment. Embrace that truth and envelop yourself in its solace as I endeavor to profoundly bless you during this period. I have heard your lamentations and witnessed the sorrow that has engulfed you over the night. You have repeatedly inquired of me, and I have acknowledged your requests, so commence expressing gratitude to me for what, precisely. The payment is en route. My provision for every conceivable need you may have is en route to you, endorsed by the celestial postmaster, with my promise validated not by your merit, but by the veracity of the sacrificial blood of Calvary. Purify your consciousness to align with that truth. Upon witnessing the blood, I derive satisfaction on your account. I am not seeking any moral virtue or degree of religious observance purportedly necessary before I engage in your life. What can your fasting accomplish to extend my influence beyond what the cross has offered? What can those self-imposed constraints and burdens compel my hand to provide that the nails and the crown of thorns did not achieve? Your righteousness resides in me. I enter your life not due to your identity or actions, but because of my essence and the sacrifice made for you on the cross 2 millennia ago. Repose in that. Allow that reality to permeate your being as you fully embrace the entirety of my promise, which is now realized to remedy any deficiency you encounter. God declares today that His ear is inclined towards the contemplation of your heart. Within you, I perceive the cobblestones of your faith, which radiate luminously in my sight, pleasing my heart and prompting my intervention in your circumstances. I perceive you, and I acknowledge the sound of your lament. The angels are entering your life to manifest their deeds by my promise and your faith-imbued declarations. The consummation of holiness is evident inside you and radiates outward as a pristine testament to my essence and benevolence to those who observe or engage with you. This is your source of joy, for you have not placed your reliance on futile matters. Your belief in my identity in your life ensures that you will not experience shame. My name serves as your defense today, and my splendor surrounds you like a fire that the enemy cannot penetrate. The adversary seeks to convince you that you are encircled by several difficulties, but you are enveloped by the abundance of my mercies. In my mercies, you shall find joy throughout the day, regardless of the adversary's threats, for my unwavering strength serves as a barrier against all his schemes and tactics. Refrain from being diverted by ephemeral matters. Focus your thoughts on the everlasting truths of my spirit, for the visible world is transient and constantly subject to alteration by my will for your advantage. The treachery of the malevolent shall not affect you. The advice of the wicked will falter before it is uttered. Amidst their numerous offenses, they shall descend into the abyss of their creation. Nevertheless, I shall support you and guide you to a realm of sustenance, stability, and security, as declared by the Father. Before the video ends, I request you to help me by doing super thanks. Because I don't have house and I have to make my new house.